Hello and welcome. It's such a pleasure to have you join us on another exciting episode of Almond Finance and Wealth Report, your source for all the latest happenings in the world of business. My name is Jennifer Obidibubi. On the lineup this week, we join Faith and her guest on a town hall for the continuation of their discussion on the third-party motor insurance, compulsory but how effective. The VIO, FRSC and the police are all on set to share their experiences on enforcement, of course in a no-holds-barred manner. Have a listen to this.
It's necessary that we carry out enforcement in order to make people, our people, sorry to say, to make them comply to the side of the law.
Also to come on this week's episode is the highlight of the MAIDEN Bancassurance Certification Workshop of the College of Insurance and Financial Management that took place recently at the college campus in Asheshe Village, Ogun State. And then of course we'll bring you our Industry Icon segment. These and more are what we have meticulously put together for your viewing pleasure this week. So sit back, relax and enjoy the lineup. Details coming up shortly. Please stay.
Okay, now speaking of bringing people, bringing culprits to book. Now, a lot of people, I've heard some insurance operators say that the police, the law enforcement agencies in group, that when they are out on the road trying to enforce the compulsory third-party motor insurance, that they are really not doing it to protect their interest. They are more or less doing it to make money for themselves. I'd like
funny questions, and I will relate it to our environment here in Lagos State. Here, it's not all that okay. We are not using that idea to create, to generate money for ourselves. As you know, VIO, FRSC, police, we are running a kind of cashless, assignment. And what we do in my own directorate, which of course is applicable to all the enforcers, when we ask for motor vehicle third-party insurance or insurance coverage for your vehicle and you did not have, you may face the music by, paying, fine. But at the same time, it is a corrective measure. You will not go without producing another valid insurance. And you must know that these companies are not, companies from FRSC, they are not companies from VIO or VIS, or they are not companies from Nigeria Police. They are the owner, they are the custodian of this company. Whether they like it or not, the money will go back to them, whether directly or indirectly. So they are the one that's, making gain. They are the one that, will benefit at the end of our, actions on the road.
You see, the person that made that comment regards to police is one of the offenders. Yes. Okay. Because we make law and we don't abide to the law. That same person, when you watch the documents of that person, it's already expired and they're using it because of imposition. Say, police stop me. Yes, we are trained to assess and checkmate all documents in regards of anything. But me and you understand that Nigeria today, our government today, when they made a law and people that is enforcing it come in, they will not be, it will become another thing to them entirely.
True.
You understand? So that person making police say, yes, police are doing their work, but you that made that law don't want police to enforce that law, which is wrong.
Okay, Mr. Beatty.
Well, I know enforcement is challenging, you know,
Especially in Nigeria.
in the whole world, not only in Nigeria.
Okay.
You know, virtually nobody wants to be enforced. So, on our own part, we are doing our best, you know, to checkmate the motoring public, and then, as much as possible, we even caution. Part of our operations on specific basis, we have caution, probably specific periods probably for a whole week or for weekends. We have what we call the caution checklist. Okay. We don't actually book. We caution, you know, offenders during those periods. Okay. And so when such public.
But how often is the caution? Because sometimes you just see motorists see VIO vehicle in front, or they see police, and everybody start running in the helter
yes, you are right.
They don't want trouble. You are
right. Enlightenment programs from our different angles are part of these cautions, because we take our time to enlighten people, to enlighten motorists what they need for their vehicles, and even the enlightenment covers you know, simple maintenance on their vehicles. We tutor them, we take them through, you know, all the rudiments, what it takes. But at the end of the day, as he rightly said, my friend from Nigeria Police, as he rightly said, you know, people don't want people to enforce them to do something. Immediately you enforce, you probably turn to be their enemies. And you know, when you enlighten, when you put out tutorial and you failed to enforce, the whole scenario will look like pure, you know, entertainment. It's necessary that we carry out enforcement in order to make people, our people, sorry to say, to make them comply to to the side of the law.
Okay, now let me paint a typical scenario on the road to the three of you. If I'm driving my vehicle, I have the third-party motor insurance, and unfortunately it has expired. I did not know, or I did not realize it has expired before I left my house. And you stop me on the road, or your man stops me on the road, and I say, oh, I did not realize this thing has expired. I do know an insurance company down the road. Can I quickly leave my vehicle with you, go there and renew the third-party motor insurance and come back to pick my car? Would you allow me to leave?
Is more or less yes and no. Because we are in modern world now. You're supposed to be, you know, FIO, police, FRSC of yourself. Before you go out, Faith,
yes.
It's very, very important that you have all your documents checked by yourself before any other people check you. And going by the law, you know, even before then, the insurance company might have sent you SMS text, because I know that some of them will send,
it's not all of them, because some of them will say that it's not their duty to remind you.
So, but if they fail to remind you, Faith, you're supposed to remind yourselves.
You're supposed to remind yourselves.
Because
the paper is expiring by next week.
Yes.
You start processing.
You start processing. At the period you want to leave your personal document with me to go and patronize one insurance company very close to my checkpoint, anything can happen. And the insurance may not, the policy may not cover you out. And you know, the insurance, they have time lag, and they have, you know, system of claiming, getting their claims. It means one person will be over the rules. I mean, you see, you've just left your vehicle here now, and you are, you know, scrambling to get, you know, the paper. If anything happens, who will bear the risk? It's better you do it before you come to our side because
Okay,
it's
now
your
yes,
property.
yes, I know. So I did not do it because I forgot, which both of you have said.
No, yes. No.
So now it has happened. Would you allow me?
Yes, I will. Yes. We know what we do in Lagos State. What we do, because it's my state. I'm working for the state. Based on Traffic Rule 2012, the law permits you under 12 hours to leave your car, which is your asset, with us. We will park it for you to go over there. If it is truly you left it behind, you will go and bring it. But mind you, we too will have gadgets. We will not even allow you to run up and down. We have our own gadget that we can use to know the status of that certificate, whether it is there, whether it is
okay. So
you don't need to move far.
Okay, so you check the status with your
gadget,
and
yes.
you have seen that okay.
It's
or let's
okay.
say I even left it at home. Would your people allow me to go home and get it without incurring a fine?
That's exactly what I'm telling you. What I'm telling you, it is your property. Some people may want us to leave the gadget by the side of the road. It is wrong. Other vehicles can come and ram into it. What we do in that regards, because virtually everywhere we have parking lots, we will take your vehicle to parking lots. Of course, to avoid litigation, because you can turn it upside down. We may ticket you, but you have power to come back for a redress. In that regard, we will look into your case. We check our data bank to ensure that what you are carrying is valid, not somebody that will just go over there and roam it and upload it secretly, because we will know. So therefore, we check that and we are satisfied. The law permits you under 24 hours to take your vehicle away, and people have been enjoying that.
Okay, let me pause with engineer. Let me start with Officer Charles. Now, if you stop me at the police checkpoint and you stop me and I say, Oga, this document you are asking me for, I left it at home, would you allow me to go home and bring it?
Well, I will not allow you to park it at the mirror there.
Okay.
As I rightly said,
I will order somebody to enter the vehicle and to the station where it will be safe for you. Okay. You are allowed to go and bring it. Most cases, some of them park motor. In order for them to go and bring that document, you find out that from that morning till evening, they will come back saying that, officer, I'm sorry, the whole thing have got expired. It is then that police will come in and redress the issue with you.
The actual point is that what Engineer Adebayo said, the same rule, under that 24 hours, once you are sure, it's just like the issues of the driver's license. You may be driving and probably you forgot your driver's license at home. You are allowed to, within 24 hours, you can go ahead and show it to us. Then we'll release you. But however, we need to impound your vehicle to our office.
Okay, so that's okay. At what point do you or Engineer Adebayo, at what point do you now ticket me?
No, after that 24 hours.
Okay.
If you cannot, produce the documents, after 24 hours, you cannot produce documents, then it will be tickets.
Okay, so for taking my vehicle to your station or your car park, parking slot.
Yeah.
Now, for us as ordinary Nigerians or Lagosians, it appears that you have already committed offense with VIO in the first place because your vehicle, they've taken it to their station. Now, FRSC is the same thing. When you say you have impounded the vehicle,
exactly,
we have already committed an offense. So when we now go and bring the document, would you just say, okay, I've showed you, Officer BT, this is my document, Engineer Adebayo, this is my Officer Charles, you have checked it in order, carry your vehicle, Madam Faith, and go.
That's the point.
That's the point, but I will advise you further, Faith, that anything you want to do, don't involve third party. And try as much as possible when you find yourself in our environment, different police, try as much as possible to ask for senior officers. senior officers, I mean, people that, you know, in the office that you are ready to listen to you. Their DPO, their area commander, and people, you know, a person, officer in charge. Don't ask anybody that will neglect you, because some people on the road, they will not even ask the officers. They will just ask passerby that will give them bad impression that what they are doing, you know, is wrong. Whereas it is not. It is not. In fact, with VIS, we can even issue you a docket. A docket will permit you even to take your vehicles away. Otherwise, people believe that when any vehicle is driven inside our yard, the vehicle is gone forever. No, it has entered that. No, it is not fit. We even when we find you and you have a genuine reason to take that vehicle away, we are considerate. We consider you to take that vehicle away by giving you alternative means that we are using now is the, you know, application of docket. We issue a docket that will contain further information that government or the directorate has taken that vehicle away from you, and we, in that regards, we retain essential part of your document, which of course driver's license is one of those essential documents that we normally retain, because we know with your driver's license you can't run away. I mean original driver's license, you can't run away, you will definitely come back, and the data is readily available now. Anywhere you run to, police, FRS, if here, we are going to trace you out. Even if you go out of this country, you know, we must give kudos to our leaders because they have good things for us. So we are moving, and we are moving, and we are moving, and things will work better.
Okay, now let me ask this question. As officers, enforcers of this third-party motor insurance on the road, what are some of the major challenges that you see on the road as regards this third-party motor insurance?
Of course, this one will send signal to the operators now, because majorly we face a problem of inadequate uploading of policy into NIID database. Most of the times when we check, you know, motorists on the road, they will show us a paper that is readily genuine to them, but when by extension we go far to check with our gadget, we always discover that this document is not really genuine because it is not brightly inside the NIID database. And to the policy holders, he or she may be thinking that what he's taking is genuine. We've gone far beyond that, down a situation whereby a motorist will be using ordinary paper like this and say, FIA check, police check, or FRS check. No, we will check beyond check. Beyond check, we will go in deep to ensure that it is not just ordinary paper, because we are helping him or her, and we are helping the operator as well. The reason is this: in case of accidents, and maybe probably police and FIA in this regard, because we work together to fasten out accident report, you want to take the claimants into the appropriate place through the court. At the end of the day, if that data are not found, definitely it is a fake document.
Alright, welcome back and thanks for staying with us. Moving on, we now bring you highlights of the Maiden Bancassurance Certification Workshop of the College of Insurance and Financial Management. The workshop has expected to expose participants to a wide area of study on bancassurance, which many believe holds the key to insurance distribution in Nigeria. Enjoy.
Bank assurance is an arrangement in which a bank and an insurance company form a partnership so that the insurance company can sell its products to the bank's client base. All over the world, insurers have been successfully leveraging bank assurance to gain foothold in markets with lower insurance penetration and a limited variety of distribution channels. Although bank assurance is not new in Nigeria, it has not really taken its roots because of regulatory challenges. Recently, the College of Insurance and Financial Management, with the support of the National Insurance Commission, put together a 3-day workshop on bank assurance certification to equip people with the requisite knowledge for a smooth take-up of bank assurance operation in Nigeria. Welcoming participants to the workshop on behalf of the President of the Chartered Insurance Institute of Nigeria, the Director General, Mr. Olutayo Borokini, said that the relationship between banks and insurance have been a very long outstanding relationship because their services rub off on each other.
The fact is that the relationship between bank and insurance has been a very long outstanding relationship because we all belong to the financial services industry. And one way or the other, our services rub off on each other. And in the most developed economies of the world, it is actually insurance companies that own banks because they have access to a pool of funds called the pension funds. Unfortunately, in Nigeria, they don't regard pension as part of the insurance industry again because it's been taken away from us. But in the other climates of the world, pension is part of the insurance industry. And because it's a large pool of funds, you are able to, insurance companies are major institutional investors, so that they are able to invest in banks. They set up banks, and of course, banks also rub off on insurance because bank will lend money to people. This is a risk. The act of lending is a risk. There are risks associated with the act of lending.
It is believed that the ability to integrate banking and insurance can help to lower costs and maximize synergies. Delivering the keynote address on behalf of the Commissioner of Insurance, Mr. Pius Agbola, Director, Authorization and Policy, NICOM, said that one of the greatest challenges in retail product selling in the insurance industry is that of distribution.
One of the greatest challenges in retail insurance today is distribution, which include how to reach the individual to sell retail product, and how much it costs to reach the individual. Leveraging on the wide network of banks will help to reach the large network of bank customers. As the bank have more branches network than the insurance company, particularly in Nigeria. You will be surprised that there are some states in Nigeria, they have only one insurance branch. So many states in the north. And when we are trying to analyze it, we said probably it was when federal government owned Nikon Insurance. And they compare them, it's like a statutory requirement that they have to open branches nearly everywhere. So there are some states, it's only one branch of insurance company they have. So many in those states, if they have 10 local government, 20 local government, only the one local government has the other local government don't have anything like insurance. But I believe hardly you see any local government in Nigeria that will not have a bank branch.
With the brief opening remarks, Mr. Agbola took time to lecture participants on the newly released guidelines on the bank assurance. Participants at the workshop were divided into basic and advanced certificate classes. Facilitators at the basic class were Mr. Paul Olayinka, who taught them the concept of risk and risk management and insurance. Nature and principles of insurance was taken by Mrs. Fumi Ogumbiyi and a host of others, while facilitators at the advanced class were Sir Oyegule and Mrs. Foster Aileru. There is no doubt that bank assurance holds a lot of prospect for insurers, as they can tap into the huge customer base of banks and also reduce their reliance on traditional agents and brokers by making use of the various channels owned by banks.
Alright, that brings us to the end of this week's episode. I do hope you enjoyed every moment spent. Join us again next week for another exciting episode. In the meantime, do feel free to connect with us on all our social media platforms. And don't forget that this program also airs on BCOS Television Ibadan every Thursday by 6 p.m. My name is Jennifer Okindiebubi. Many thanks for watching, and until next time, from all of us here, it's goodbye.